What is going on, y'all? C-Bell back again. Today, we're going to be talking about the biggest winners and losers from the NBA draft last night. So, not saying too much, so let's just get straight into it. I want to start off with the losers, just because I don't want to be too negative. I don't want to be talking about them for too long. I only have two of these. To start it off, I'm going to talk about the Bulls. They picked Noah Asenge, and I know a couple Bulls fans, and they did not want this pick. It got up to, they were on the board and they were texting me anybody but him. And it's just what we come to expect from them at this point. They're gonna make the picks that their fans aren't really wanting. And this is not to take anything away from Noah Asenge. He's probably gonna turn out to be a pretty good ball player. Just not right now. He's a very raw talent. He's 6'10", very athletic. His skill isn't really rounded out yet. Um, as of right now, he's really mostly just like a shot blocker and a lob threat. I don't know how much run he's going to get. I would assume at least a little bit if you're drafting him in the lottery or at least late lottery. But yeah, I'm not going to say too much more about that. Now, team that I am going to say a lot about is the Brooklyn Nets, y'all. They had five first round picks. One was number 8, and then they had I think they had another one like in the teens, and then they had 3 in the 20s. And me, along with everybody else, everybody else that ever talked about this draft is like, there's no way they're gonna use all 5 picks. They're gonna package them up and probably try and get another pick in the lottery or another just like pretty good, like probably like right outside the lottery. But no, no, guys, guys, they picked with all 5 of these picks, and if probably anybody you're gonna ask is gonna be like, they probably could have done a lot better with these picks. They picked at number 8. They picked Igor Demin, who's a 6'9" point guard. He's a good playmaker, can get downhill, not a shooter. Their next pick, they picked Nolan Traore, 6'4" point guard, plays fast, can get downhill. He's a playmaker. He's good in the pick and roll. Not really all that much of a shooter. Their third pick, they got Drake Powell. This one's okay. This one's okay. He's a 3-and-D wing. He was a pretty efficient 3-point shooter. He wasn't like at the top of college basketball shooters, but he was a pretty efficient shooter, and he's pretty versatile defensively. Then they pick Ben Saraff, 6'6" point guard. He's pretty physical, plays both ends of the court. Once again, another non-shooter. And then this is the only pick that I actually like really liked for them. They picked Danny Wolf with I think it was like 26 or something like that. It was their last pick of the draft. He's a 7-foot forward. He's very skilled, can handle the ball pretty well. He's good in pick and roll. He makes some incredible passes, y'all. And he's a pretty solid shooter. Like, he's not great, but he's definitely competent. Um, just to get just to summarize that up, the draft was in Brooklyn. After every single one of their picks, it was dead silent in their arena. Their fans are not happy. They're in their home arena, and after every pick, you hear nothing. I don't know. That's just crazy to me. I don't know. Maybe they're gonna make us all look stupid, but I doubt it, guys. They're the Nets. Let's be real. I'm also biased. I'm a Knicks fan. So let's get into our in-betweeners, the teams that have drafted, and I'm like, I can't really see how it's gonna go. Um, yeah. So to start that off, we're going to go with the Blazers. They picked Yang Hansen. I think I'm saying that right. The 7'2" guy from China. He was supposed to be a mid-second round pick. He showed up, sat in the stands. Honestly, an incredible moment. Just from a pure like, wow, that's great. Got picked at 16. He's projected to be a mid-second rounder, y'all. That's incredible. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know all that much about him. That's why I can't sit here and say they're a winner or loser. But I did want to mention this. But from what I was able to pick up, he's a pretty good shot blocker. He's a great passer, and he's 7'2". That's all I got. But from what I've seen people comparing him uh to like a very raw Jokic type of talent, which I know like comparing anybody to Jokic is not fair to them because Jokic is the greatest player on earth right now. But if he's like that type of player at 7'2", and he can actually like fill out his skill set and be a competent NBA player, that's going to be a good pick. The only problem with them is that they now have like 5 centers on the roster, which I'm sure they're going to be looking to trade up, like Robert Williams or DeAndre Ayton. Probably both of them, if we're being honest. But yeah. Next one in that section, we got Pelicans. And from the draft standpoint alone, I love their picks. I really do. Jeremiah Fears, Derek Queen. Jeremiah Fears was one of my favorite players in the draft. Um, he's an elite scorer, gets downhill really well. He gets to the free throw line better than anybody I've seen in college basketball. Um, ball handling, probably the best in college basketball this past season. I mean, a lot of people are comparing him to Kyrie. I don't think it's a similar style of ball handling to Kyrie, but like in a sense of like just how effective he is with the balls in his hands. I mean, I get it from there, but yeah. But he plays at an extremely fast pace. He gets the ball off a rebound or outlet, he's going. Nothing to stop him. He's going to take a lot of difficult shots as well from the perimeter. He doesn't always make them, but when he gets hot, oh my God, he gets hot. Yeah. Um, Derek Queen. I think we all know at least a little bit about Derek Queen, y'all. No, he's probably 6'10", uh, very physical, good passer. He plays almost like I want to say like a Julius Randle type of guy where he's a big, but he can also like play on the perimeter as well. He physical drives, y'all. He makes some flashy passes. He can hit the shot from the outside. But the another reason why they're in this section is that they gave up their first round pick for next season to get this pick. Guys, this is the Pelicans. They're going to be in the lottery next season. They're going to be in the lottery. And also, the other thing about these two guys that they drafted, they just traded for Jordan Poole, play the same position as Jeremiah Fears. Derek Queen's a big. They got Zion, and they got Yavis Missy, who's like the rookie from last season. How's that going to fit? It's not for me to find out. It's not my job to figure it out, and I'm so glad because I do not want that job. I'll let them stick to that over there. But let's get on to our winners, y'all. This is what we really want to talk about. Um, just to start it off, I got Cooper Flag going to the Mavericks. I mean, that's a win. They trade away a generational player in Luka, and they come away with Cooper Flag. Like, let's be for real. That's a win. That is a win. He has great upside for both offense and defense. He's a winning player. Like everybody that's gonna talk about him is gonna tell you this guy's a winning player. Um, and the thing for me is a lot of people in the media, let's be real, it's just the media, talking about, oh, should the Mavericks trade this pick? Cooper Flag's not going to fit their current timeline. They should go out and try and get a Giannis. Guys, Cooper Flag is going to fit perfectly into what they're doing right now. He played with Team USA in their practice games and scrimmages and all that last year, and he was dominating. Like, he was simply dominating. Like, there's no other way to say it. Um, and along with that, he's going to fit in perfectly next to Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving whenever he gets back from injury. Just fit right into that like third option type of role, and he's going to make an impact on both sides of the ball. Next we're going to talk about the Magic. This this was probably my favorite pick of the draft. Jace Richardson falls to them at 25, and Jace Richardson is my favorite player in this draft. I was talking to one of my buddies for the draft, and I said, watch Jace Richardson fall to the Magic at 25. He texted. I wasn't watching the draft with this guy, but he texted me as soon as it happened. He said, great call. Jace to the Jace to the Magic is a steal. I'm like, yep. No, he's an elite shooter. An elite shooter. He's an efficient playmaker. Even though he's not necessarily a point guard, he's probably like about 6'1". He's kind of small. He played more of a two in college. I think he's capable of playing a one, but even though that's not his like primary position. But regardless, I think he's gonna be a great fit for the Magic and what they're putting together over there. He plays, guys. Even though he's small, he plays bigger than his size. This dude is a winning player. He's coming from Michigan State. We know about Michigan State. Tom Izzo is probably one of the greatest coaches in college basketball history. That's all you need. This guy's gonna come in and make an impact. Um, for number 3 on the list, I got Charlotte Hornets. They had 2 picks in the first round. Picked Con Knippel, Liam McNeely, and I think both these guys are like the exact style and like character of the type of player that they were needing to get. Um, Con Knippel is a steady and mature guy on and off the court. He's just going to play with a poise that this team hasn't had in quite some time, honestly. He's an elite shooter. He's physical and strong when he's getting downhill. Even though he's not the most athletic, he's still going to be able to finish and in pretty crafty ways, if we're being honest. Like, go look up this man's highlight tape. It's pretty impressive. And the thing that's most important is he's going to fit into like their young core that they already have. Like, he's going to be able to play alongside LaMelo Ball and Brandon Miller pretty seamlessly, in my opinion. He's not going to need the ball at all times, but whenever he has the ball, he's more than capable of taking advantage of those situations. Um, yeah. For Liam McNeely, he fell quite a bit. Y'all, he was very emotional in his interviews and everything like that whenever he got up there. But he's like 6'7". He's a shooter. He gets steals. I'm not gonna say too much about his actual defense just because I didn't watch a whole lot of him um throughout the season. But I can say this: he's another guy just like Con Knippel, who's a winning player. He's gonna make sacrifices for the team, and it's gonna lead to those guys on that team trying to do the same thing. I think these 2 picks are more of a like a corporate pick. Not taking anything away from them as a player. I'm just saying like we've seen the immaturity and like the mindset of the guys on that squad. And I think they looked at these 2 guys that they picked and they're like, yeah, we're going to turn that around. We're going to change the perspective of our franchise. Moving on to number 2, I got the Utah Jazz. They got they got Ace Bailey, even though he publicly said he does not want to go to that team. And then they also picked Walter Clayton towards the end of the first round. I think he was like pick 19 or something like that, maybe 18. But yeah, we know about Ace Bailey. He was supposed to be a top 3 player in this draft. He refused to work out for anybody. He said he wanted to go to the Wizards, Pelicans, or Nets. And the Jazz jumped on him and picked him at 5. How is this going to work out? I don't know. But if you get that man to play, he's going to hoop. He's a dynamic scorer. He averaged pretty much 18 points a game as a freshman on high efficiency. He has all the tools in the world to be an all defensive player type of guy. I mean, his freshman year, he averaged 2.5 stocks per game, which is steals and blocks for you guys that don't know. That's beyond impressive. And along with that, with his size, he's a good rebounder. He averaged about 7 a game. But until he suits up, people are going to continue to ask the question, does he want to be there? And nobody knows besides him. Is he going to accept this, or is he going to try and pity his way out of it? I don't know. But regardless, that's a dub. That's a dub. Getting Ace Bailey with the 5th pick, you cannot complain. And then Walter Clayton Jr., if you watch any college basketball this year, you know about Walter Clayton Jr. This guy is a dog. He's an elite scorer, tough shot maker, winning player, just like those other guys I was talking about earlier. And he's just going to bring a winning mentality to this team. I love it. And then finally, the biggest winner of the draft, the Spurs. They draft Dylan Harper and Carter Bryant, both in the lottery. Y'all, I love this. I love what they're putting together over there in San Antonio. The Dylan Harper, big lefty guard. Um, he's aggressive and physical, getting downhill. He himself has said, where he watches the most film on, is Jalen Brunson. We've always had conversations about what would it look like if Jalen Brunson was 6'6". We might be finding out because Dylan Harper was 6'6", and he says he wants to play like Jalen Brunson. Hey, y'all know me. I love it. I love it. But nah, he's along with all that, he's a difficult shot maker and he's a good playmaker and a good leader. He's a winning player. That's why you get picked at two. You're a winning player, even though he didn't win a lot in college. He was on a bad team. Let's be real. And Carter Bryant, I had him going in the top 10. He fell to 14. It's insane to me. Uh, High level 3-point shooter, versatile defender, can probably guard 1 through 4 at a high level too. Not just be able to do it. He's going to do it at a high level, and he's going to fit in perfectly to what they have going on in San Antonio. He's not going to ask for too much. He's not going to demand the ball. He's going to sit there, play a role, and he's going to do it well. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys very much for watching. Until next time, peace.